Booty butt. Hey guys, gals, and non-binary pals, it's Akira here, and today I'm going to be talking about random art-related thoughts. For the Kodama design in this video, I think the result is cute and silly. Drawing the little butt made me chuckle. I'm gonna ramble about art motivation, goals, burnout, and whatever comes to mind really. So I will say that I have diagnosed autism and could potentially have ADHD. So when I talk about my mind, that does come into play. I've always heard about artists struggling with art block or lack of motivation for art, and could never really relate in the same way that they experience it. I never struggle having the want, motivation, or desire to create my art, as my mind is always full of thoughts and ideas. My issue instead is that I feel it's hard to physically act on the want of my creative endeavours. Part of this is because of my physical health not being the best, but I wouldn't rule out neurodivergency as a potential reason as well. When I do experience burnout, it's more of a physical sensation. I feel fatigued and sleepy, but I still have my mind ticking away, having so many thoughts that it makes it hard for me to properly rest. I'm unsure if others experience art burnout this way, but if you do, I'd like to hear your experience. As for the topic on my busy brain, I find myself often creating lists, schedules, and calendars to try and organize the chaos that goes on inside my mind. I'll show a few examples of this on screen in the corner here. I use Excel for my calendar and financial records, I use Millernote for my web notes, and I use paper for my everyday stuff. I find this helps to an extent. It keeps me on track and makes things feel less overwhelming. However, if I don't live up to my own goals and expectations, I can get really anxious and down on myself. Despite always recommending to others to take breaks, I can't seem to be happy taking my own advice. It's very strange. My logic will say you should take breaks, whilst my emotions are like, if you take breaks, you'll lose your momentum. Which is of course a silly thought, because I get back on my feet after taking breaks just fine. I guess that could just be my anxiety disorder. I also fully understand that my relationship with my work is not the healthiest, as I do it partly for a good reason, that being my genuine drive to create things, and a bad reason, to distract myself from my own negative thoughts and isolation instead of facing it. I feel like a lot of creatives have mental health issues to some extent. I'm unsure of the specific correlation, but I see it a lot. I recently watched a Jacksepticeye video where he talked about his autism, and I found it very interesting. It's what got me talking about this stuff in general. I think it's an important conversation to openly talk about mental health, whilst also not putting yourself at risk by saying too much. It's a delicate balance. I hope that in the future I'll be able to see creatives talk more openly about their mental health. Not just their struggles, but what's also good going on for them. For instance, there's been some art channels I've followed that talk about a day in their life or running a small business. I find these kinds of things to be quite enjoyable. I might do my own version of a day in the life of a small artist video in the future. At the moment, I'm just drawing stuff and merch, doing private commissions, running my online stores, creating videos, and working on Corrosive Death, as well as a few other creative projects. I have a lot on my plate, but that's by my own volition. Perhaps I'll cut down on the workload one day, but I don't see myself stopping the momentum anytime soon. I think that's all I have to ramble about today. If you enjoy me rambling, then let me know and I might do it again. If you want to support me, I have a Patreon, Etsy, and Fourth Wheel, but likes and comments help as well. This will be the last day on my Etsy for the 25% off sale. Also, I have a Studio Ghibli fan pin pop-up site if you'd like to keep up to date with that project. Until next time, make sure to drink some water. This has been Akira O'Halloran, and thank you for watching.